You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast. Are we rolling?
We are.
Sup, Edward?
Sup, Tom?
How are ya?
You tired again, mate?
No, mate. I feel like I've got like
Your eyes are like weeping.
yeah, like hay fever back. It's like I feel like I've got hay fever, but I've been blasting this shit up my nose for like fucking the last month, and it's sort of been going.
I thought hay fever was behind you. Thought you'd turned a corner.
I thought I'd turned a corner as well, and I've just, you know what? It's nowhere near as bad. Certainly not as bad, but it's like nose runny, eyes itchy, fucking that sort of shit. And I'm just a bit like, ooh, where you come from?
Is it different to hay fever? Is it the shingles coming back?
Don't put that out in the universe. We don't need that. I've been pretty good with fucking ailments-wise, basically since hand, foot, mouth, which was this year.
Yes. Start of the year, March, April?
Yeah. It was like our third show on. I think we were doing Kempies, and I couldn't do it because I was fucking
I think it was April.
Hand, foot, mouthed up. I will say this, psoriasis. If we're playing at home as well, get that fucking Hello Sport bingo out, baby. Dave, maybe get that up and just start marking shit off if we do it.
Okay. Yeah, but I also don't want to lean into shit. Like, you don't show us what.
No, don't show us. Just you do it by yourself, and then you just let us know. I'm not going to fucking try and do it, but I am actually talking about psoriasis, which I remember is a thing.
I'll yell out when I get bingo.
Yeah. How many do you need for bingo?
Don't know.
You just need a row or a column.
Okay, right. So my psoriasis has been getting worse, and I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I was always cool with it. Like, obviously it's not great having it on your fucking face, but I was like, it's manageable, and like on my legs. But like, I'm also like, it doesn't make me feel self-conscious or anything like that. I'm not fucking overly concerned. You whack some coconut oil on there and you're all good. But then it started to like branch out. Like, I imagine how like a nature sort of overtook the Aztec sort of fucking kingdoms and shit.
And how they would retake cities if we were to leave.
If we were to leave, exactly.
There's like some docos they roll out every now and then, like, what would happen to the world if humans left? And like,
Nature
shit
would just-
falls apart.
And then nature just claims it all back.
Yeah, nature claims it back.
Pretty quick as well.
Like, way quicker than you'd think.
Yeah. And I felt
Have
like...
a go at some of these, abandoned Olympic venues, like in Beijing and Athens and shit. Like, nature's fucking...
Nature doesn't fucking waste any time.
Nature's calling it back.
Yeah.
And that, when it was Athens, 2004, not that long ago, not in the bloody...
Get some of those photos up of abandoned Olympic things, please, Dave. We won't be putting this in the podcast because we have a very busy day, so you won't be able to necessarily see the
We might put
photos.
one or two in. Maybe
we might put one or two in.
No videos.
No
That's
videos.
a ball ache.
Yeah,
We'll
no
put in
videos
maybe
today.
a couple of pics.
Let's try not watch videos.
But we'll get back to that. Tom?
So I've noticed that the psoriasis started like creeping up my fucking arms and shit. And I was like, oh no, dude, I'm getting claimed. I'm just going to become like a human scab. And they could be stress, lack of sleep, whatever, but you can see like a bit of it. Nothing crazy, but like it's there. But it was just like, oh, what the fuck? It's now on my arms. Oh shit, it's getting up here. Anyway, I don't know if this is a cure-all because I've only been doing it for a few days, but everyone had been telling me for a while. My mum, my sister-in-law was like, dude, vitamin D, not just like getting the sun vitamin D, but like supplements, pump the fuck out of them.
But isn't getting in the sun the best form of vitamin D?
But it's not the most concentrated. It's like however much you're getting from the sun, I think you can get way more from like just one big whack by like just fucking having a bunch of tablets. Also good for COVID, if you believe what people say. Anyway, I've only been doing, so this is on Saturday. It was like they were raised fucking things on my arm. And then I got home Saturday.
Did you at any one point think to yourself, I may be reclaimed in my entirety?
That's what I was concerned of. I'm going to be reclaimed.
Because where does it stop?
Comes up the arms, comes up the legs.
And then all of a sudden
I felt one on my back. Like there's one up here on my fucking just rapidly developing biceps.
And then all of a sudden
I'm a human scab.
Well, you're a human scab, yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck me. There are people out there who are sufferers. I stand with you in solidarity. Not in front of you, not behind you, right next to you.
Yeah. Holding hands.
Holding hands.
Kumbaya shit.
Fighting this thing head on. Anyway, DM us if you want the specific, but just go look for fucking vitamin D tablets and have more than they recommend. They're like, have one a day. I'm like, how about I have 3? How about you try that on for size?
Mate, you may as well have 4 or 5. You just piss out the excess.
Exactly.
Whatever your body wants,
It'll take,
and then it'll piss it out.
Yeah.
So there's no issues there.
I did read there are meant to be some side effects, but I'm like, from what I understand, it's not
But
that
you're
hectic.
staring down the barrel of becoming a human scab.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'd be hosting the show with a human scab.
Yeah,
Tom
you
would be no
would.
longer with
No,
us.
no, no.
I'd have to introduce you as such.
Yeah.
So I think that, fuck the recommendations.
Just pump it.
There's a bit more going on for you.
Yeah. But it was just, I was buoyed to see how that, like, within 3 days, those things had gone down. And it's not like I'm necessarily, like, there's still, you can see them and shit, but, like, they were raised. And I was like, fuck, like, you could scratch them off. And then
I have actually heard that the sun great for.
I knew the sun was
psoriasis
great. I knew the sun was
sufferers.
great for it. Shout out to fucking La Nina. We called it. Sun hasn't been out, but just having like concentrated vitamin D pills.
Are you as concerned as I, Tom,
Yes.
that we may not see the sun for some time? It's only now that I'm in the thick of La Nina and it's doing the damn thing that I'm recalled to past summers where it's literally
Fucks everything.
overcast the whole time.
Yeah, and muggy. So like at least I can deal with muggy if the first half of the day has been piping hot. And then in the arvo, the mug comes in and then you're uncomfortable.
Can I say this, Tom? It's not allowed to be muggy in December. I don't think it's allowed to be muggy in January.
Well, not if it's
February historically is the only month I'll put up with the mugginess with.
You're always going to get mugginess no matter what.
But you don't get it in December usually.
No, you still get the mug, dude. You still get the mug.
I don't think you do.
You get arvo mug. It's when the storm rolls in. Not that, usually that's when the storms roll in summer, when it's a non-La Nina period. And you have a nice piping hot day. And then in the arvo, whatever happens, heating, cooling, cumulonimbus, fucking all that shit. Before you know it, it's muggy as all hell. It's like a goddamn sauna. Pisses down with rain. That's relief. The worst thing is when it's muggy and it doesn't rain. You're like, please, God, just rain. So the fucking mug.
I don't like being in no man's land. Either I want sun or I want rain.
Torrential rain.
I don't want it overcast.
Apparently it's meant to be.
I don't want it overcast ever.
It's meant to be. We're
Unless
meant
it's
to get
raining.
some. If you're at least living in Sydney, apologies if you're not. But it's meant to be Rainbender City in the next couple of days.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And the forecast, which is never right, suggests it, which makes me think maybe it won't be.
Maybe it'll be great.
Maybe it'll be sunny.
Get the sunscreen and the towel ready.
Maybe unbelievable. So I suppose in a roundabout way, just in summation, Tom, are you telling our listeners, loyal listeners,
They are. Yeah.
that they need to start getting some vitamin D into the belly?
If you have psoriasis, again, I'm only 3 days in. I'm a test pig dummy, whatever the fuck it is. Crash test dummy. Test pig dummy. Sure. But early signs are good.
Would you ever consider a career in vitamin D production,
Testing?
manufacturing and sales if this all goes belly up? Or maybe like a little side hustle for you?
Well, Eddie, look, because, of the esteem and regard that I hold you in, and also because I would only look to directly market to the audience that we have painstakingly built one by one, year after year.
One by
one, dribbler by dribbler, dribbler on dribbler, year after year after year. I feel like it would only make sense to cut you in on any psoriasis-based
I was hoping you'd
medications.
say that because
Yeah.
I've got some ideas. I've got some thoughts.
Yeah. It'd be, we're stronger together in this sort of a situation.
Well, think about the before and after photos we could do. We almost need to let you
Let me get real bad.
get really bad,
Yeah.
like onto the verge of like, holy shit,
Look,
where's
dude,
my
you-
dad gone?
Look, you can still do my legs. Like,
Yeah.
they don't look great.
No, they don't look great, but
They look
I
better
want,
since
I
I've
want
been
you
on
to
the
be
vitamin
on
D.
the verge of being taken over.
Yeah, right.
Like,
So, like-
unrecognisable.
The last sort of stand.
Then bang, Hello Sport vitamin D tablets. Working title probably won't be it, but you get what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I don't know. Couple of
Peas
days
and
later,
vitamin Ds.
Peas and vitamin Ds. Perfect. There we go.
We probably just need something that's like vitamin P's and D's, or like,
Well, maybe there's vitamin P and vitamin D.
Is there a vitamin P though? Because there is a vitamin D. There's also vitamin K.
Is there a vitamin D?
No,
P.
is there a vitamin P?
Yep.
Nah, not really.
Flavonoids.
And what do they do?
So you could technically flavour the vitamin D tablet.
Flavonoids, sometimes called vitamin P, are found in lots of different fruits and vegetables. They might have benefits.
They might have.
Yeah. What would they be? What are the potential vitamin P benefits? Do we go right up to vitamin Z? Is that like is it an alphabetized? I mean, it is alphabetized, but I could go back up. Flavonoids aren't. Flavonoids are a large group of plant chemicals naturally found in many foods. They are sometimes also called bioflavonoids or polyphenols. Okay, not helpful.
Sure, go down to types of
Eating
flavonoids.
flavonoid-rich foods may help lower your risk of chronic disease, dude. That's chronic. That's what this is.
Go down to types of flavonoids. Lettuce, tomatoes, onions, kale, apples, grapes, berries, tea, red wine. We can put that in a tablet.
We can. I tell you, you don't want tomatoes. Not good for psoriasis, I believe.
We'll take that out.
Take that out.
Kale would be good, wouldn't it?
I'm sure kale would be good.
Kale's a superfood, I think.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
don't
that.
like kale, but I think it's a superfood.
I tell you what, dude.
I put up with it.
Steph will make, I think she does this anyway. She makes this risotto where she'll put kale in. It's the only way I'll eat kale. And I'm like, holy fuck, kale in the right setting, you can get around.
I'll say this of kale. I think it's overused.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think it's overused. I think people have become obsessed.
It had its moment, though.
They've become obsessed beyond fucking comprehension with kale. Now, I understand that it's good for you, but enough's enough. It's not nice enough to be so prevalent.
No, it's just not that good. Like, I mean, it's healthy, sure, but like, let's just keep a fucking lid on it. Just go back up. Sorry, David. Stop there. 6 main cases of flavonoids, flavonols, most studied flavonols. Lower risk of heart disease. Okay, so we could just go, sorry if anyone heard that on the mic, I may have just passed wind inadvertently. We'll know how it smells when Eddie reacts. I apologize again. All this talk of flavonoids. We could just like have grape, you know, like if you want these vitamin D tablets or vitamin D gummies, you know what I mean? You make these things so you don't just have to fucking chug them back with a bunch of water.
Well, you want to make them nice and tasty.
Well, you could chew on them. You know what I mean? Here you go. Incentivize the punter and the dribbler to eat them. Like, you know.
So we're saying vitamin P and vitamin D,
Yeah.
the P's and D's.
Yeah.
It's like it's a morning ritual
Yeah. And you just get up, you pump.
to help you be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Lower your risk of heart disease, boost the immune system, fuck off psoriasis,
Yep. And other.
lower inflation, lower inflammation.
Not inflation. We don't know that it'll lower inflation, but look. Lower,
might. Hey.
slow down, David. Lower inflammation. Lower inflammation, act as antioxidants, lower cholesterol, lower fat levels in the blood. What the fuck?
Those are flavonones, not flavonols.
Well, we can get some of
I
them
don't
in.
know, yeah.
Look, we're getting a bit technical. All we do
We
know
just
is-
want to be able to pass on the health benefits to the punter and the dribbler.
Yeah, but that requires you and I getting into the lab,
Yes, it does.
doing the best we can to, you know, supply the highest quality product to the punter and the dribbler. I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
Okay. I might now be a baron of fucking
Vitamins.
vitamins.
Vitamin Baron. Which we didn't think we were going to do walking in here
Well,
today.
Blackmore's, I'm like, dude, your time in the sun's up.
Yeah, you know what? I get it. You tried to be like, hey, let's be as bland as possible to try and make it seem like we're legit. But it's like, you know what, dude? People want a bit of pizzazz. With
People
their
want a bit of passion in their lives.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring passion. We're going to bring passion back to vitamins.
Yeah.
Because you're acting all sciencey, and I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it. Let us be sciencey.
Yeah. We're more sciencey than you, Blackmore.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, cool. Blackmores. I bet you fucking, you know. Look, I don't want to accuse Blackmores of anything, but I'm just saying, like, if
No. You can accuse them of this, of being bland,
Yeah.
and being plain Jane.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
fair.
think we can accuse them of being boring as shit.
I think that's fair and reasonable. I think we can equally accuse them of not being on our level.
Vitamins aren't cool. You know what I mean? Like, we want to make vitamins
Not
cool.
yet.
No, that's what I mean. Like, we want to make vitamins cool.
Not yet.
It's cool to eat vitamins. I'm sure you can fucking chuck a bunch of shit into a vitamin gummy as well. Like,
I also want to put something in there that's gonna help blood flow.
Penile vitamins.
I'm not talking, I'm just talking so you know.
Just so you're like raring to
feeling
go.
great about yourself.
Are we already diversifying the brand? We've obviously got our foundational offering in vitamin D.
Yeah.
P's
And
D's.
I'm not saying this is a Viagra P's and D's, far from it. I'm just talking about something that makes you feel
vitalized.
great.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. Just something
like you're just like,
Yeah.
the organs are going today.
dopamine, just flying around. Are we making pingers?
Mate, do you reckon that we could get that through
Pingers?
with our pool at the highest level of, not
try and-
pingers, but like
Vitamins.
that release dopamine?
I think there might actually be some. Like there's, or maybe it's like dopamine enhancers or dopamine replacement. Maybe it's more dopamine replacement if you were to be
Using it up.
using it up on a weekend. Then here is
If you spend your weekend binging on dopamine and you
Yeah.
need to replace it during the week,
if you're just bumping fucking huge amounts of dopamine over the weekend, allegedly, then you can have dopamine like uptake in whatever the fuck. I think it's like something where it helps you like get it back.
Does all this make us sound intelligent?
It
punters
must.
and dribblers?
It must.
Because from where I'm sitting, we sound like fucking geniuses.
We sound very smart. Let's just say this, Eddie. Christmas around the corner, isn't it?
Christmas is around the corner, Tom. It's probably a great time to bring this up because Christmas is around the corner. I was only saying to you before this podcast started that December gets cracking, gets into its work next week.
Yeah.
When December rolls around, what does that mean, punters and dribblers? It means Chrissy. It also means the year's pretty much over. In fact, it is.
When you hit December, like when December
the year's over. It's a write-off. It's
yeah,
done.
but it's over, but also you're basically already in January. It just flies.
Like that. Why is it like that? Because your fucking days are chock-a-block. You can't breathe in December.
There's an
so much
element
on.
where I'm like, why the fuck does everyone want to, like, everyone wants to not do everything. Like, it's like, oh, no one's doing work or anything, but it seems like it's just so fucking busy. Do you know what I mean? It's I've got more on in December than I have at any other time in my entire life, and I'm actually feeling a little stressed about it.
In terms of what? Work?
Everything. Well, yeah, you and I, we've got a bit of everything mixed in there.
But that's the thing about December is that work doesn't stop because people go, fuck, January is basically here and no one does a goddamn thing in January. January in Australia is a complete write-off.
Yeah.
It's a complete write-off. No one does a fucking thing. To the point where I was talking to someone the other day at the boxing who'd been living in America for a while, and apparently it pisses them all off if they have anything to do with Australia. It's like, you fuckers take all of January off.
It's
and
funny.
we can't get anything done. They don't fuck that way over there. They get like 2 weeks of holidays.
Well, yeah,
if you're a
Christmas
Yankee.
isn't their holidays. There's a spring break
But they only get 2 weeks a year.
for Christmas.
We get like 4 weeks is like you're right as an employee.
Oh, like from work, they only get 2 weeks off.
That's like the baseline.
That sucks. It's funny though when you
They
think
take
about
like a day or two off over Christmas, go home, and then fucking back to work.
back into it.
And then
but yeah, Christmas doesn't have the same
corner.
connotations. There's summers they have fucking summer breaks. Or like
Yeah.
Like that's when they have their time.
But it would be I think it would be annoying that if you go home for Christmas and you're there for like 2 days, and then you gotta go fucking.
nah,
back to
you
work.
think about Christmas to them probably more like Easter.
It'd have to be.
Yeah, it's just not a big it's obviously a big deal Christmas, but it's like I have a couple of days off and then it's back into fucking.
They're very
my work.
religious Yanks
when it suits them.
when it suits. No, I think the Easter example is pretty good.
Yeah.
One.
What I would say when they're like they hate how Australians take a month off of January, I now immediately have realised and empathised with our Chinese friends, our Chinese counterparts, who I'm pretty sure literally when we were dealing with them for stuff last year, it's like, I don't know if it's all of February or something, but it's like if you don't have shit sorted with them before like fucking end of Jan, or like basically anything you need from them by the end of the Jan, they won't even fucking talk to you till March.
Yeah, Chinese New Year I think runs.
Chinese New Year, that's what it is.
Yeah, it runs for a while over there.
It's like a month.
I think but I think it was like 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It was a long time. And credit to them. I get it. We get it. They get it.
Hey, do what you want.
15 days. It's a 15-day festival.
Oh, I think they stretched that out.
They stretch the fuck out of
Based
that.
on our dealings with them last year.
Yeah. They tack
stretched
a
that
couple of weeks. They'd be like, I'm going to take some annual leave here, and then some on the other end, and 15 days. Fucking.
That was when we were novices in the merch game, and we got a number of P's and D's hats, and we sold every single one of them. And then we didn't count on the fact that Australia Post sometimes fuck things up.
Yes, so.
But we're new men, we're better men. We're kings of merch now, so we know what the fuck we're doing. On that note. It is now late November, early December. I'm guessing if you're like the rest of us, you haven't got anything for your loved ones for Christmas or for yourself. Because it's important to get yourself a gift.
Self-care, equally important. Fit your own mask before you fit someone else's.
That's exactly right, Tom. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, as luck would have it.
Fuck, it's lucky.
As luck would have it, Tom and I have been hard at work for the punter and the dribbler.
We've been in the bloody warehouses. We've been sewing and fucking throwing.
We've been sewing. There are a lot of late night sewing.
Yeah.
Tom and I have got pretty good. And we've come up with something pretty good, I think.
An offering.
A stocking filler, a summer...
staple.
Yeah, a summer staple. Something to get around in from... I'd say early to mid-December to March, April, May, June,
July, August.
You could wear this year round.
You could wear year round.
Are we telling them what we're dropping?
There will be obviously the hat that Eddie's wearing right now. If you're watching on YouTube, that's we haven't got an official name for it. I guess it's obviously it's an HS. It's a Hello Sport cord hat. Cords. The
in
fabric.
like a cream.
Yeah, cream.
Is it the HSP cream?
HSP cream, or is it like a beige?
It's
I was thinking
beige
like a tan.
Or a tan?
Summer tan.
The Summer Tan by Hello Sport. Bang. Summer Tan.
Yeah.
This thing fucks.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah.
what. I wear this out and about just to get heads turning, punters and dribblers. The amount of compliments I've got is beyond count.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many head turns. We thought about opening a chiropractic office because we were like, fucking people's necks are just...
People's necks are fucked.
Yeah.
Ella's neck is completely fucked.
Everyone's
every time I
rubbernecking.
work, she can't help it. It's her favourite thing we've done.
Some people might ask, why aren't you wearing yours, Tom? I'll tell you this and I'll tell you why.
Tell them.
I was getting out of the car the other day and I was wearing it, and then I had it on, took it off in the car. It was sitting next to me on the passenger seat. And as I was getting out of the car, I went to put it on, noticed that a huge bird shit had happened. Pigeon, bird, ibis, who knows. A bird shit on the top of the hat. Obviously, I couldn't wear it covered in bird shit. But I also realized that there is an inherent luck to bird shit. And if I was to go and wash that off, then I'm spitting in the face of luck. So the poo remains until we sell the hats, until we fucking get it going.
Till the hats are sold, the poo will remain. Why? Because it's a good home for all of us.
Yes.
It's a good home for all of us. The bird could have shit on any hat that day. On any hat it wanted. It could have shat on the fucking ground. It could have shat on a seat. It could have shat on some bloke's head. It didn't want to.
No.
It had its eyes on one thing and one thing alone, punters and dribblers, and it was the Hello Sport tan, the summer tan. And that's what it shat on.
Yeah.
And if that's not a fucking great sign for all of us, then I don't know what is.
Yeah. And it shit like right on the dome. Like I didn't know. I'd been pooed on. I didn't know. It was dry by the time I saw it. It could have been on there for fucking
There you
ages.
go. You want proof that's a head turner? Now you got it.
Birds are shitting on it.
Birds are shitting on this thing. It's so hot. Okay?
Yeah.
Now giddy up because they're coming.
Now we've also got a t-shirt that we can't show you right now because we don't have it with us. But let's just say
We'll have it tomorrow.
we should have it tomorrow, but we won't have it to show them tomorrow because we're not recording tomorrow.
No, but I'm just telling them that you and I
We'll have it tomorrow.
will have it tomorrow.
Yes. Now, the t-shirt itself, I think we just it's our first ever t-shirt. Well, we've done it with Bloke, obviously, and the Beer Soon t-shirt, which, changed the way people looked at t-shirts and the t-shirt business.
Well, T-shirts have never been the same. And T-shirts themselves talk to other T-shirts saying, holy shit, did you see that bloke, Hello Sport collab? They've changed the game for us. They've raised the bar. I now have to be better as a T-shirt. I need to lift my game. I need to go to new heights. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? This shirt bests that one.
We're like The Rock every time he releases a new fucking shoe.
I hate to say it, but...
This might be the greatest shirt of all time.
I think this is the greatest shirt of all time. Someone who was wearing one of the bloke Hello Sport collab shirts on the weekend, he was wearing it whilst I showed him the new one.
Oh, really?
And he goes, I want to take this one off and put that one on.
And that's no disrespect to the one I'm wearing.
No,
it's
just
the pursuit of greatness never stops.
It never stops. It never stops. Our pursuit for greatness, Tom, never stops. And that's why we need to raise the bar and release or manufacture a shirt so sublime, so uncompromising in its quality.
Yes, exactly. Uncompromising, unapologetic.
Yeah.
Now, all I'll say if we give you a clue to what the shirt's about, I'll just say this. The last dribble.
Yeah. I think that's all it needs to be said.
That's all it needs to be said.
The last dribble.
So basically what we're saying is if you're like, oh shit, what do I get? My brother, my mum, my dad, my sister, my dog, my auntie, my stepdad, my fucking uncle, my cousin, my neighbor, me, fit your own mask.
Myself. What do you get yourself for Christmas? Look after yourself. Pleasure yourself.
Yeah, pleasure yourself. Whack off to this thing. Now all we're saying is know that now you might already go, oh, okay, sweet, well this is coming out in about a week or so, so we'll be good to go. Like, so just, we're saying your Christmas shopping plans have been solved.
You don't have to do anything.
No.
If I was you and I was playing smart footy, eyes up footy, I'd probably just get a combo for the entire family.
As in, we'll just go summer tan, last dribble, summer tan, last dribble. And
if you've got like, maybe you've got, 3 sisters and a brother, I'd be getting 4 combos.
Yep.
Mum and dad, 5, 6.
Yep.
The cousins, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe 30 combos.
Yep.
You're done. Your shopping's done. You don't even need to go to Westfield. You don't have to go to the mall. You don't have to go to fucking Centro Dubbo to fucking fart ass about going, what should I get Auntie Jill? Fuck Auntie Jill. I know what to get her. The Hello Sport tan, the summer tan, into the last dribble. Bang. Yeah. Now Jill's a winner. Yeah. Jill fucks now. And Jill loves it because everyone's looking at her in the street. She never had this much attention in her life.
Well, not since she divorced Gary. And then, she's a single mum for a while and it's just sort of, it was a tough time. Now she's wearing the last dribble and a summer tan and Jill's getting into some work now.
Yeah, Jill's fucking again. She hasn't fucked for 35 years. Heaven forbid. It's been a long time for Jill, but now she's got a groove back. She's found a mojo, baby.
Jill's back.
Jill's back in a big way.
In no small part, in fact, entirely as a result of the fact that she now has a Hello Sport summer tan.
Yeah, and now she's drowning in Toy Boys. So, congrats to Auntie Jill.
Drowning in dribblers who are like, ooh.
Yeah, baby.
Their heads are snapping around as Auntie Jill walks down the street.
Bang, bang, bang. Now, punters and dribblers, I don't want to have to say this, but I'm going to have to say this. We don't have unlimited supply.
No, we don't.
Fuck that way.
No.
Why? Well, because we can't be fucked to fucking send out shit into perpetuity is probably the long and the short.
Well, I mean,
we're busy boys.
Listen.
We got lives to live.
Sorry. We've got, listen, is there like a couple of million units? Potentially. But they sell out in what? 5 days? 4
Punters
days?
and dribblers hats. Okay, I'll let you in a little secret.
Here's
Punters
a
and
secret.
dribblers hats, the black and white cords. Guess how many we got? 2.5 million. 2.5 million we got.
Yep.
They're all gone.
All gone.
They went like that, like hotcakes at Macca's Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. So what I'm saying in a roundabout way is, we've got millions of units, but that doesn't mean jack shit.
I mean, we get our DMs absolutely molested by dribblers going, where are the punters and dribblers hats?
They ain't
They're
anywhere.
gone. Now, do you want to be the one who misses out on the Hello Sports summer tan? Surely not.
Do you want to be that guy?
Do you want to be a pasty loser without a summer tan?
Dude, you can't be that guy. Like, if you're going to get through summer, La Nina summer, as a pasty loser without a summer tan, you are all that's it. You may as well stay at home.
Yeah, no, you must. Yeah, cut your fucking genitals off as well, because you may as well be a eunuch, because no one's going to touch you.
You won't need them.
Cut your dick and balls off. Say goodbye to those.
Say goodbye to them. You won't need them, because you're a loser with no summer tan, playing the shocker of your life.
Yep. And we're sorry to
And
sound.
then you're diving into our inbox. Have you boys got any left? No, bro, we don't. I told you.
We told you. And that's, look, sorry to sound aggressive with you, but we want the best for you as well.
No, I'm just trying to convey there is a sense of urgency when it comes to this thing.
Yeah.
These things aren't going to be up there for years.
No.
They're not going to be up there for months. They'll be up there for days,
Probably.
maybe a little longer.
Look, if the bird poo's anything to go by, one
Which
day.
is what he meant.
Sold
If
out in a
anything
day.
to go by,
Yeah.
it's everything to go by. That's why I'm conveying urgency to the punter and the dribbler.
Yeah.
We've got a summer tan sitting at home at Tom's house. It's been shit on by a bird. Okay? These things are going to go, and you got to be part of it. Be a part of history.
Yeah.
We've never done a summer tan.
We haven't done a summer tan. We've also never done a
We haven't done our
solo
own t-shirt.
HSPT.
This is the first Hello Sport t-shirt, the very first. Be on the right side of history. Make smart decisions.
Make smart decisions. So anyway, keep an eye out. That'll be next week. We'll get some shit out to you. You'll know. You'll see it. But it'll be fantastic. Summer tan, last dribble. You're welcome. Eddie, disappointing news that broke yesterday afternoon. Our good friend of the show, Manly Seagulls front rower, Josh Aloia has COVID. First NRL player in COVID. At least Manly's the first one to have COVID. Like first team, first player to have COVID, right?
Well, I may as well lead the beaters into battle.
Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Soft cocks.
Follow us,
Yeah,
losers.
give it to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
track that
no.
nut.
We'll fucking do it.
Oos.
Give me some COVID. Now, I don't know if he's vaccinated or not, but I also am glad that Dave do some research into it, but training isn't back yet, is it?
Depends if you're a loser or not. The Manly boys are back December 8th. Unless you're a young buck trying to make it in this world, trying to fucking impress the coaches.
Yeah.
You know,
The big boys.
Maybe you're on a train and trial. Maybe you're under 20s last year. Maybe it's your first time in the fucking first grade setup.
Or maybe you're a fringe first grader and you're like, I want to...
And you're a yo-yo. You're up
Yeah.
and down. You're up and down. You're the one back at training.
I want
Work your
Des to
dick
know
off.
that I'm serious.
But the big boys, the big thickies, they're back December 8th.
yeah.
Yeah, so the good news is he hasn't been in contact with any of his Seagulls teammates because he's not required to return to training till mid-December.
Come on.
And he was double vaccinated.
Double vaxxed as well.
Yeah.
Come on. Well done, Josh.
Can I say this without knowing the setup? When was the fight supposed to be?
December 12th.
Is that a short, like assuming that it's just like a bit of a fucking how's you going cold, couple of days off, back in the ring?
I'm 100% with you, but
Do you know what I
think
mean?
that maybe it's a thing of like how
It was
long.
like a biohazard.
I wonder though, like, could you not have maybe even just specifically in this COVID world? You know how like in the UFC they have, so it'll be McGregor Poirier to fight, and then Michael Chandler is also preparing to fight. And he's going to make weight, and he's just there in case one of them pulls out with injury.
Yeah.
And then he comes in. Like,
They
could you
often
have
do that for the mega fights because there's so much money.
'cause there's so
at
much
stake.
money in it. I mean, it's obviously smaller scale, not much smaller, but like, could you have
a fucking beat his dick, bro?
could you have a could you have another leaguey there just fucking getting ready in case something like this happens, so that we're not robbed of the fight of the century?
Surely-
Or does Josh Reynolds fucking fraudster ex-misso against that other model chick just move up to the main event?
They haven't cancelled the whole thing, have they?
No, they're looking for a replacement for Gal.
Yeah, exactly. Where's Willie Mason at? Is he still throwing?
Mace is back training with the doggies, actually. I don't think that he's going to be much chop for Gal, though. I think Gal fucks up any former leaguey that he comes
Yeah,
up
but
against.
what I'm saying now, I'm just looking for giggles.
Punching bags.
Giggles.
Yeah, yarns.
Bit of history.
Nate Miles?
Nate Miles. Now we're fucking talking. Nate, do you want a shot at redemption? Yes or no? The offer's there.
I imagine Nate saying, fuck no.
Well, Nate got pieced up the first time.
Yeah, before Gal was even training.
He's also seen Gallen go fucking 8 rounds with Australian heavyweight champion and Justice Hooney. Like, Jesus Christ.
Justice beat the shit out
Yeah,
of
he
Gal.
did, but Gal was in there copping every blow. The bloke's
I know
a
he was.
fucking psychopath.
He's a psycho. He's a psycho.
I don't think there's many people that would want to fight Gal. The only fight I would really want to see, this Josh Aloia one intrigued me because Aloia
Is apparently a motherfucker.
Apparently throws down. And he's our boy, obviously. But I would have wanted to see, the nation wants to see, we all want to see
Yeah.
Sonny Bill Williams Gallen.
Gal said that. He goes,
if that fight doesn't happen in our life, I'll be very upset.
Well,
it's the Floyd Mayweather-Pacquiao fight of our time.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
That'll be... It's almost a bit too short notice, though, because I think you want to give
that
full
thing build up. You want him to go do press conferences, Gal to talk shit.
I
can't understand.
You know when McGregor and Mayweather fought and they went around to like the big cities of the world?
Yeah.
I think they do that, but go around to the towns, the cities, the RSLs of this nation.
Yeah, the RSLs. We got to go to. Can you
do an RSL tour?
Can you Google, Dave, the biggest RSLs in the country?
How many RSLs are there in Australia?
Oh, there'd be a fuckload. I think you want to just go to the big ones.
I just want to know.
Okay.
Just to get a feel for it.
To get a vibe of if it's possible.
Can it be done?
Yeah.
the Rudy Hill RSL is the biggest.
Okay.
Well, that's the flagship.
That's the flagship. That's the last one.
Yep.
Do you want to know how many?
Yep. And then I want to know the top 10 biggest, so we know what we're doing on our RSL tour. Like, where are we taking this?
I think it'd be a 10-stop tour of the 10 biggest RSLs.
There's about 520 licensed RSLs.
Yeah, that'd be too big. That'd be too much. I think that'd take over a year.
Well, you'd be doing more than 2 a day.
Yeah,
and it'd still take.
Yeah, exactly. If you're trying to get it done inside a year, you're doing a fuckload. Probably just doesn't. It's not necessary to do 500.
No,
Rs.
I don't think so, Tom. I'm just sort of shooting the shit.
Do we? I think I like the idea as well, Eddie, of these RSLs.
There's too many. I think that there's too many in Sydney there. You're going to have to spread it up.
Yeah, that's all right. If we just go 10 best in Australia, or you're saying they're all in New South Wales?
Well, like you've got Kirribilli, you've got Collaroy,
Phillip Island?
Okay, Wagga, Cairns, Phillip Island, St Kilda, Caloundra, Rudy Hill. That's 6 good ones now. That's 6
Yeah,
good
but we
ones.
got a fair few New South Wales ones there. I think you want to try and spread it around the nation.
Well, that's all right. It's a very populated state.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. And I guess there was rugby league states, but it's a national fight. The lights are obscuring it for me, but I like the Phillip Island though. That's down in Tassie, isn't
There'd
it?
be one in Darwin, 7, Cairns, 8, one in Brisbane, 9, Perth, 10.
Perfect. Well, what about the centre, the red centre? And the
Uluru.
Alice?
Maybe drop Phillip Island, stiff shit.
Well,
Or St Kilda, one or the other.
fuck St Kilda off.
Fuck St Kilda off. Look, they need to be dribbly as well.
Yeah. Well, Phillip Island's dribbly. That's a MotoGP shit.
That is. And it's an island.
Love an island.
Dribblers full of
Dribblers
islands.
fucking love islands.
They love islands. That's why Australia's full of them. But what I am saying is that would break all the records.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be Chock who after that. You know what I mean?
Oh, God, yeah.
Chock Mundine being the pay-per-view king of Australia.
Yes. This one's, this
would be dethroned.
Gal Sonny, and that's not an exaggeration, definitely the Mayweather-Pacquiao of our time, but you don't want it to become the Mayweather-Pacquiao of our time in that it never happens or it happens way too late.
Or it doesn't happen on time. It happens late.
Yeah.
On time.
Yeah.
Late time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We need this thing to happen. Not now, obviously. I think Gal, we just give him... Listen.
What's the problem? What's the hold-up?
I don't know.
Because they're not getting any younger.
This is an opportunity for a plumber to come in and fucking just earn a bit of coin here. Scrap against Gal. Get fucking pumped.
So you're saying we go to the plumber league?
I think we turn to a plumber here.
Yeah.
A plumber of note.
A plumber to fill the...
Plumber to step in
crack.
for Josh.
Stem the flow
Stem the flow.
with a plumber.
Yes. That's that meme where the guy's slapping the fucking sticker on the thing.
Yeah. Aloia fight.
flying
Almost,
out.
pay-per-view at risk. Plumber. We all know it, punters, dribblers.
We know the meme. Don't pretend like you don't.
And while that hole has been plugged with a plumber, someone surely needs to be sitting down with Sonny Boy Williams. I'm surprised Coda Nasser, who's his agent, I think, still isn't like, bruh, let's get this thing going. It is the biggest fucking payday of those two blokes' lives. Like, basically, they would make in one night what they made in their entire careers.
Sonny was New Zealand heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he was. I'm just like, why hasn't this fight happened? What's the problem? What's the hold-up?
I don't want to say this because I have a lot of love and respect for Sonny Bill Williams.
But,
Is he scared of Gal?
well, if the fight doesn't happen in the next 18 months, I think that you can almost unequivocally say that that's exactly
They
the
would
case.
get paid so much fucking money. Think about the pay-per-view would be actually good.
It would be genuinely good.
Gal-
Sonny Bill Williams is a global superstar.
Well, Sonny's over 1 million Instagram followers. How many Gal got?
Not that you'd be pulling in global eyeballs, but like...
Oh, you might pull in a couple, Eddie. What are you talking about? Let's be honest.
Well, you're getting all of New Zealand, you're getting all of Australia. You'd sell it as such. Trans-Tasman, fucking, you know, the old foe versus the old foe.
It's just fucking leaguey v leaguey.
Australia versus New Zealand.
Australia versus New Zealand, leaguey v leaguey.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with riling up a bit of national pride.
Oh, fuck no, Eddie. I'm with you there. Absolutely. Fuck the Kiwis. Even though, look, you know.
But for this occasion, fuck them.
Well, we're Gal.
We're Team Gal, baby.
We're Team Gal. Don't you worry about
believe that. Imagine Northies on fight day. You want to talk about a heaving fucking joint? Oh, baby.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be stopped in Northies if Gal got up, ripping and tearing.
Well, I wonder whether Northies is insured for a Gal win over Sunny, or just a Gal win in general.
No, I think you just write it off. Just go fuck it.
But don't you reckon they'd be insured for something like that? They go.
I don't think anyone would underwrite that. No one would touch it.
Because it's guaranteed to fucking.
If Gal wins, he's a big chance of winning.
Place burns no matter what.
Burns no matter what. You can't be stopped.
Yeah.
You'd have to turn the sprinklers on.
Maybe they just have the sprinklers running at Northies for the full Gal fight.
Yeah, for
this thing. There's no way this thing's catching
all 12
fire.
rounds.
Yeah, all 12 rounds, and have it fucking flanked by fire. He's just blasting it with a hose anyway. There's no way this thing's catching on fire.
I like that idea. Just have the hoses going.
Yeah.
You know, if a couple of tables break and a few windows, that's fine. Just need the structural integrity of the building.
Yeah. Well, you seal the doors as well, so everyone inside sweats. Nothing's going to flood.
Carpet dryers.
Yeah.
Carpet dryers.
Rip the carpet up.
Carpet dryers.
If it's a difference between the whole place burning down and, you know, a couple of windows and a bit of fucking, you know, minor water damage, I think I know which one I'm taking if I'm the owner of Northies. I mean, let's be honest. Tell everyone to wear boardies. Fucking, they're all wearing boardies anyway. It's Cronulla. No one's wearing shirts. They're all in thongs.
That's a great point. You fucking just come from the beach anyway. Everyone's soaking wet.
Yeah. And all you do is you just baby-proof all the corners because obviously it's going to get violent in there because they're all fucking...
That's right.
Just baby-proof everything with like some like, you know, soft things on corners of tables and fucking maybe you get that playground mesh on the floor everywhere. Make it like a jumping castle.
In the food section, instead of pumping water through, could you pump gravy through the sprinklers just to make sure that everyone's fucking...
That everyone's lubed up? I don't mind that, Eddie. I also think that's a good way, you know, like when a dog's fighting and they stick a hose up its ass?
Yeah.
If you just like fucking pour gravy on cunts when they're fighting, I think there's a couple of things. They probably are confused. They're also slipping over. There's no way to get your footing on fucking gravy.
They're also hungry now. Like, fuck, I could go for a feed.
I could actually go for a feed. You don't got any chips?
Do you want to go for a feed?
Shake hands.
Boys.
Sorry,
Shake hands.
boys.
Now we're off. Now you're making smart decisions. All because there's gravies in the sprinkler. Now, that sounds stupid, but is it really? Is it actually stupid?
Is it really?
Is it the worst idea you've ever heard?
Is it as stupid as it sounds?
Is it as stupid as it sounds? The other thing I'm sort of has convinced me that maybe you need to look at putting gravy in the sprinklers is this, punters and dribblers. Is this. Tom and I have been sent a disturbing number of images taken from punters and dribblers who are with friends that are tackling a schnitty and chips with no condiments. None.
Dry.
And I'm not even talking about a salad that's got some balsamic on it. I'm talking about chips and schnitzel dry.
You cannot bareback a schnitty and chips. Not in this climate.
I've seen it, and blokes are like, "This bloke's sick." I'm like, "He's beyond sick."
I don't know how
he needs
you're
to be in a
sitting next to him.
straight jacket in a fucking home. That
How are
bloke.
you sitting next to this person?
How do you know him? That's disown your friend's territory as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Disgraceful. Now, if that prick had been sitting under a schnitty sprinkler, a gravy sprinkler.
Was that like an emergency like glass break? If you see someone without any gravy on their...
Break the glass.
Break the glass,
Emergency.
hit the button.
The gravy goes off. The bloke now has a schnitzel covered in gravy. He tastes it. His life's changed. He's a better bloke. He starts helping old people cross the street.
He doesn't make that mistake again.
You know what I mean?
He does not make that
He
mistake
becomes
again.
a better human.
Yeah.
Starts going down to the soup kitchen, feeding the homeless.
Yeah.
Becomes a better man.
Yeah. Now, what is
Finds
this,
a lover.
What is this? Well, we hope so.
He would find one.
He probably would. Yeah. There's no way.
I promise you, he hasn't got one now. I promise you that.
Nah. So what does this all mean for Gal?
What does this all mean? Well, I think we've said it, Tom. But if you want me to surmise, we need to get a plumber in there,
get him fucking worked into the ground.
Block the leak, plug the leak, work that prick into the ground, dominate him. Then he goes, turns to camera, Sonny Bill, stop being a soft cunt, come fight me. I'll fight you wherever the fuck you want. Don't be a dog.
Yeah.
Let's make that bang. Then we get to promoting the biggest fight in the history of boxing. Tom and I obviously lead that. We'll promote the fight because there's no one better. We go to the 10 biggest RSLs in the land, spread equally across the land.
Yeah.
The fight's a fucking hit. Northies, we put gravy in the sprinklers, drench the punter and the dribbler so that if they do think of fucking fighting, they don't fight, then they lick each other and they kiss and they hug. And now it's sort of erotic, but they're also hungry.
No, but it's platonic though.
It's
platonic.
There's nothing
sexual about it. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is about protecting Northies, which is, I don't know if it's heritage listed. It should be.
Well, it would be heritage listed.
By this stage.
Yeah.
I think that's where Todd Carney pissed in his mouth. Like, I think that's why it's
Dude,
heritage.
it's heritage listed.
If you go to the council, they're like, yeah, no, we can't. You got to run everything through us because Carney pissed in his mouth here. So we obviously want to protect that. That we know. We want to protect Northies.
And we're going to protect it with gravy.
Yes. And Fireys on the perimeter.
Yeah. And then, Gal, you and I ringside at the fight, info for, or Shetland Pony. I don't know why you keep saying that, but you do. So I'll put it in there for you.
Yeah, put it in there.
We've got a big...
Shetland Pony for fucking undefeated.
Tom and I have got a massive bet on Gal. Gal wins, and then we all go home happy. Well, Tom and I don't. We go yip and yahoo, but everyone else does. Covered in gravy.
I also don't mind us commentating the fight. Ringside at the fight.
I think it would be a round summation. So instead of like calling it live, which we couldn't do.
Well, we could. It just wouldn't be good.
It'd be shit. After a round, how did you see it, Tom? What are you seeing?
They should cut to us, the commentators. Go, all right, now we just need a round summation there from Tom and Eddie in furs, ringside.
Yeah.
Gal fucking pumped him.
Yeah. Gal working the
Mate, if it doesn't get out of the first round, we're fucking paid for no work at all. We're paid as,
Well, we just do a recap.
Yeah, we just do a recap of the fight. Well, that went quick.
Yep.
Another plumber down.
Thanks for the 10 mil. See you cunts later.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. That's the only way I see, Australian boxing moving forward in a positive way, in a positive manner, in a positive light. Also, shout out to George Kambosos Jr. fighting this weekend against Ortiz. Lopez. Lopez a short price favourite, but that means fucking nothing.
That means there's value when George wins.
George is paying $6 to win either KO or by decision.
He's paying 14 for decision.
Like, bruh, get on that.
These are tiny little garden gnomes punching each other. Obviously, they can knock each other out, but it means that there's a chance that they won't knock each other out. So decision could be jam.
Could be jam. And people will be like, oh, yeah, but he beat Lomachenko. Exactly. Lopez beat Lomachenko, and he was paying about what George is paying now, so it can be done.
It can be done.
History repeats, bruh.
Yeah.
History repeats all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not doing anything Sunday afternoon, fucking put that on.
Yep.
Support an Australian doing some nice work.
I think it's also important for us, and we did talk about it with Kempy, but Arabella Del Busso should have been cancelled long ago fame, but somehow isn't fame / probably would have been fucking locked up if she was a man fame. She is fighting on the undercard of Gal Plummer, we assume, but against some pommy model. Now, obviously, as a nation, we all exhaled a sigh of like disappointment when Big Josh went down with the vid. But I am the light, the silver lining, the fucking thing that's keeping me upbeat is that we get to see ABD, Arabella Del Busso, ADB, get to throw hands. Is she the greatest Australian female boxer?
Well, I haven't seen her throw.
I haven't seen anyone else though either.
Well, it's a good point. So based on that and that alone, probably the best.
She's probably the best boxer we have in the country. Certainly the biggest.
Also one of the biggest pieces of shit, which is a nice fucking...
Well, it's a nice dovetail into this story. We've got a massive piece of shit.
Yeah.
She also boxes.
Yeah.
Best boxer in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fighting someone else.
I tell you, I said this last night with Bloke. Her longevity has to be respected to some degree.
Well, her ability to her head movement to avoid fucking cancellation.
Yeah. Oh, you trying to cancel me?
You trying to cancel me?
Trying to cancel me? Trying to cancel me? Stiff shit, motherfuckers.
I'm back.
I'm co-main now, baby.
Whoops, I'm on
like,
SAS. What? Channel 7 paying me money. Keeping me fucking relevant.
You even box? And she's like, how do you know I don't? I'm like, fair point.
That's a great point. I don't. I'm not I'm not following female boxing as much as I should. Bang.
That's probably how she got a start. She's like, I want to
lying
fight
about
on that
that as
undercard.
well.
And they're like, do you even fight? She's like, how do you know I don't? They go, well, we don't.
That's a great
She goes,
point.
well, there you go.
Yeah. She just lied again. She's like, yeah, no, I'm world champ. Like, really? How do you not know I'm world champ? Well, sorry, we haven't paid as much attention to the Australian
Stiff
female
shit,
boxing
you're
scene.
sexist. Bang.
Yeah, sexist. Cancel you now. She's trying to cancel them. They go, fuck it, give her the fight.
You got to give it to the Busso. She's pretty good at the old wool pull.
Allegedly. I don't know.
She's got away with it.
Well, I don't know if you have
Couple
to.
of
I don't know if you have to keep saying allegedly with her, or whether it's like because I mean, do you know what I mean?
Doesn't hurt to throw one in.
I think it's always.
Doesn't hurt. Does not hurt to throw an allegedly in there, punters and dribblers.
No.
Saves your skin.
Well, I think it's just
If it needs saving, we don't know if it needs saving.
we don't know if it needs saving,
but if it does,
I think you need to say allegedly just in case.
If it does need saving,
Is that Dubai we're looking at there?
I don't know. Don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Dubai loves dredging up sand to build fake islands, don't they?
They do,
I'm sort of like, okay, that's cool, I get it, but like, could you just build it on?
Like the fucking land that's just there,
Could you build it on the land that's there?
and just have like a nice coastline. Like I get it looks cool, but apparently there's like fucking no infrastructure in these buildings. Like plumbing's fucking completely. Can you just Google, Dave, about the infrastructure in like some of these like Palm Islands and shit in Dubai? Like,
To give context, punters and dribblers, we're looking at like, you know, those sand islands that they've built in Dubai, you know, the world, which I don't think ever got off the ground, and then like the palm tree and
they
shit
look
like that.
amazing, right? They look incredible. I wonder if the water's even nice to swim in, but
They're also sinking.
they're sinking, which is not surprising to anyone, right? Like the whole concept, it's built on sand.
They've got to constantly like dredge up sand to, these things aren't.
Permanent.
No.
Which again, of course they're not. They're sand.
You want to talk about nature retaking shit? Sand's the first to go. Sand's the first thing nature takes.
Listen, you can't depend on sand for shit. Sand is unreliable. You want to try and build someone's sand? Sand is just wishy-washy. Oh, I'm blowing over here on the current. Oh, now I'm over here. Oh, I've been dredged up. Now I'm an island. Not for long. Not if a big storm hits, I'm gone.
Sand is flaky as fuck. It's never on time.
Not
it's always
reliable.
rocking up late. It's
Yeah.
not reliable. Still your misses. Sand's a cunt.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Looks good.
Yeah.
Not bad to lie on. Not great to lie on, but not bad
Not
to lie on.
bad to lie on, not great to lie on.
You know, it hangs around.
Yeah.
Doesn't know when to leave.
It's a lingerer. Sand lingers like a
fuck
motherfucker.
yeah. Oh, it lingers. And it gets into places it shouldn't.
And that can be a problem.
Can be a massive problem.
And now you want to start building
Now
islands on it?
but we know all that as human beings. We know what sand's capable of. We know what it's up to. We know its dirty old tricks, and yet they've decided to build on it. You know what the Chinese are doing? They're dredging up sand as well, and they're like dredging it onto like little rocky outcrops in the middle of the Chinese
South China Sea.
South China Sea, and then building full on like airstrips and shit. Artificial islands for industrial and military purpose.
Yeah, far less zhuzhy than fucking Dubai, isn't it? It's a little bit more sinister and etch.
Yeah. Dubai is more like, look at me, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Where China's like, yeah, we're going to put fucking planes and nukes and shit here.
Yeah, we don't really care if it sinks because we'll just move all the shit and we'll just build another one. Like, we're not, you know, you can't get a fucking hand job in an indoor ski resort on this fucking sand island
Exactly.
in the middle of summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, not here.
Not here. No, this is about airstrips and nukes and fucking
Yeah, global domination.
global domination. And they're looking right at us.
Tell you what, it's
Probably.
pretty impressive.
It is impressive, but I mean, they're also just stealing the idea from fucking Dubai. They're just making it more scat.
Well, that's exactly right. That's
Like,
exactly what
ooh,
they've
that's
done.
a nice fun idea, Dubai. What if we were to put nukes and an airstrip on there? And they're going, well, I mean, yeah, that's not really the point of it.
They're
Okay,
good
what are you doing?
imitators.
Yeah, they are.
They're great imitators. Shout out to the Chinese for their ability to imitate existing products,
And
ideas,
to-
and patents.
Yes,
They've stolen that from the Dubaians.
they have. And I don't know.
Don't know if that's the correct.
Dubians.
The Dubians?
Cubanese.
The
Dubanese?
Dubanese? Dubanese. Okay.
There you go.
So the Dubonese came up with the dredging of sand to create the artificial island, but they did it so that they could look rich and powerful.
Yeah.
Which they are.
Flashy.
Was to,
Pomp and pageantry.
Pomp and pageantry. While we're on the fake islands, Dave, can you get up the World Island? Like, is that World Sand Island thing?
When that first was getting into its
Islands?
work, when it was like being promoted, I was like, this is amazing.
I did not know this was a thing.
Really?
What? Yeah, what is this?
Dubai made fucking islands
Supposed
in
to
the
be
shape
the
of the
world.
world map.
In sand.
Yeah, sand.
Just for fun?
No, I think
Well, they're
build
supposed to.
shit
Well,
on it.
look.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Have they only built on one of them? That's so sad. You'd be so lonely.
I imagine being the one that bought it, and you're like, oh god, I'm just dotted in the middle of this.
Oh, my
fucking-
God. He went first.
went
and no
first.
one followed him.
That's always the
that's
danger
your
of being the
worst
first.
nightmare.
Yeah, dude. And
So
look,
that's it. So the Palm's good to
Well,
go.
I mean, it's good-ish. There are people on it though. I think the Palm.
I think the Palm's pretty much like booked out.
Can you please? Like, I know I just check.
Look at that. That's pure shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. The
Look at
world
Asia.
all.
Asia's a mess. Asia is a mess. Europe, Asia, complete shit
It's
show.
a shit show.
Look at Africa. Oh, that's a mess.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
Well, that's South America.
Where's fucking Australia in that shithole?
Far right. Absolute donkey show over
Dude,
there.
that's Australia.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Antarctica's like one line. What the fuck what's top right of Australia? What's that supposed to be?
Japan?
Oh, that's a mess. Japan's far too big.
Dude, Japan's massive in that one.
Oh, it's a complete shit show. Look, annotated with existing developments, there is 2 show houses and heliport. That's all they've done. And the Royal Island Beach Club, Lebanon Island.
Can you please, Dave, look at the Palm Island and just see if there's like just look up issues with Dubai fucking islands like thing, because there's something about them where it's like obviously that they're falling
Yeah, but it's
into the
going to come
sea.
up with the sand thing. Which
Well,
we've
if it's coming up with the sand thing, then that's all we got. But like I'm talking infrastructurally speaking, like I feel like they're just like something to do with like the plumbing.
Well, they wouldn't be plumbing.
That's what I mean. It's like they're all just like it's like they've got to come and have these trucks come and ferry all the shit out of the fucking
they'd have
places.
septic tanks that would be emptied.
That is so fucking ridiculous.
And then they'd also have fresh water tanks that need to be filled up, I imagine.
plumbing. Yeah, Trouble in Paradise. Plumbing problems hit Dubai Palm. Here we go.
2011.
Oh, okay. Manly won that year. I mean, listen, that looks like a utopia. If it
It
were
doesn't
actually to
look
come
like
off.
that.
No, it doesn't. That's a artist's rendition.
Can you
of
get
it.
up as well then the Palm 2021 just to see what it looks like now?
Yeah. Talk about fucking not putting photos in. We've gone hard.
Yeah, look, this might be one of those things where you just have to look it up yourself.
Yeah. we got Christian Welsh right after this, so we don't really have time to.
Well, we've got Christian Welsh right after this. Does that not say it all?
Yeah,
Surely that says enough.
that says enough.
Does that say it? Surely that says enough for you dickheads.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh god, it looks like nature reclaiming something.
Is that it?
Oh, down the right, middle right, up, right.
There. Look, it's coming along. Is that it? That's it.
That looks pretty cool.
That all looks relatively above board to me. Would you say, Tom?
You got to call it as you see it, Eddie. And we've been hanging some big old poo on.
this. That's fake.
That's fake.
That's fake. That one there, that's fake as well.
I just imagine that the pollution in the water from all of this building and dredging and shit would be relatively.
I'd also
significant.
say this to the Dubonese, and I say this with the greatest amount of respect, but I think it needs to be said.
Yep.
If you're looking to dredge up sand from the bottom of the ocean to create these fake islands, to create some sort of utopian experience
Yep.
for wealthy people, you got to put in some trees because otherwise the vibe's not right.
No.
Trees and foliage change an environment. They change the vibe like that. It's an ambience, it's a shade, it's a vibe, and I'm looking at this island and I'm seeing fuck all
Yeah,
in
it's
terms
just
of
a
plants and
sandy
trees.
nightmare.
It's just sand, and now it looks hot, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how do I get out of this heat? How do I get out of this heat?
Yeah.
And you could be like, well, go inside. Not the same.
Or get in the water. It's like, sorry that this fucking lukewarm pollution juice is not exactly
that water
right.
wouldn't be nice. We all know it wouldn't be. You're probably pumping shit out the back door into the water.
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact.
No,
but I'm
we're
like,
assuming a lot of things here. But
what happens
like,
what happens if the septic tank overflows?
Yeah.
What happens then? What if you have a torrential downfall? I don't know. I'm just playing the cynic here. I'm playing worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's going to be like that Lake Burley Griffin in fucking Canberra, right?
Exactly right, dude. That's got real Lake Burley Griffin vibes. I don't think that looks pleasant to swim in, and there's no trees. And I'm just saying that.
Even after getting out of the water, let's say the water's nice. You get out of the water, you want to lay in a hammock under a tree. You don't want to fucking sit there and burn. It's hot as shit in Dubai, dude.
I'm not seeing enough foliage.
How hot does Dubai get, Dave?
It'd get 50s, Tom.
50?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
And that's in the shade, punters, dribblers. That's where you got to take temperature from.
6 foot up or 4 foot up, 3 foot up.
Yeah, I thought it was actually quite...
3 foot up in the shade. Bang.
Yeah, not 6 foot. Okay, 43.
Exceeding 43.
Yeah, right. But like I was in fucking Coogee once and it was 46 degrees. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's rare.
Oh, yeah, it's rare. 46 degrees, I've never been in my life. I was like, how the fuck is this in Coogee? In fairness, not 3 feet off the ground in shade. I was in my car, but that's even worse.
Yeah, it is worse.
'Cause
But
that's
that's not the temperature.
No.
That's not the temperature. So, shout out to Dubai.
Yeah.
If you want more advice on what you could do better, we
Trees.
are here.
Trees, 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 trees. Stop dredging. Build on the land. More longevity in that. There's longevity in land, not in sand.
Longevity in the land, not in the sand.
That's probably the quote for the show. Now, on to our friend behind us there, D or Dave. Caused quite a stir yesterday.
Caused quite a stir.
Quite a stir online.
He got people pumped up.
He got people yapping, got people angry. Now, David, we know you to be a far left Antifa member.
Yep. Card carrying. Paid my dues.
You're also the editor-in-chief at the Hello Sport Herald, which is, a responsibility bestowed upon you.
It's also fast becoming the preeminent place for
Dribble and yarn.
written dribble and yarn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
on the
fucking
internet.
massive. It's growing. It's growing big time. Now, Dave, we let you, we give you a bit of rope up there, don't we? We let Dave just fucking rip and tear. We trust Dave's instincts as a journalist. Sometimes Dave, he goes a little hard in the paint and.
Yesterday he went hard in the paint.
Yesterday, Dave went hard in the paint. Sent us through an image about Egg Boy. If you don't remember Egg Boy, he was the guy that egged. He was the boy
that egged
a politician, which was great
and
content.
then got punched by him.
And then got punched by him, and then got like fucking 1 million followers on Instagram, and everyone was fucking like down with Egg Boy, us included, this show included. It would seem now Egg Boy and anti-vaxxer, if you believe the news cycle. Dave was like, yo, Egg Boy's in the fucking news. Let's do an article on that. Like, love that, Dave. Love the Egg Boy angle. Dave, upon reflection, maybe had a little bit of a political agenda behind his Egg Boy article and basically said that anyone who is an anti-vaxxer is right-wing and...
I don't think that's what I said.
Well, it's not necessarily what you said, but it's how it sort of came across. Because you said that he was an anti-vaxxer and now basically one of the people that he used to despise, who was the right-wing guy that he egged. So it was inference.
I didn't say he was the people. I said he was standing alongside those very same people.
I would say that's an inference.
Well, he's allowed to defend his views.
Correct. You are allowed to defend your views, and I will give you the floor. How did you feel about the response that you got there, Dave, from the punter and the dribbler, the riling up of the not all of them?
It was overwhelming and great, and I enjoyed every second of reading it. I think I was liking most of the comments that were against me more than the ones for me.
Did you expect to get such an overwhelming response?
No, not really, to be honest. I was enjoying it. Some of the back and forth we were having, all in good spirits, of course.
Of course.
In the punter and dribbler community, we all still love each other despite political views. But yeah, I think there were some things of maybe inferences I'd made that people took too literally. I thought I chose my words quite carefully. That I wasn't, I wasn't labeling him as anything, but I was saying, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And I thought it was newsworthy.
I think the story is
newsworthy.
100% newsworthy. I love the yarn. I reckon it was a great yarn. I reckon you could potentially go with that one a little less around the politics of all of it and more just around the life and times of Egg Boy and what a fucking... Listen, we don't want to dampen your journalistic left-wing
I
Antifa
appreciate
spirit.
the long road.
He is the editor.
He is the editor. He's
So
the
it's up
editor.
to it's his call.
It is.
Even though we can take the
Even though
do
we
have the
can,
vetoes,
we can end him. But it was funny because there are some guys in there, guys and girls, driblets. The response was, look, I guess, you got to make people think in this world. But I would say that maybe we need to be a little more focused on being funny than being too politically divisive.
I get that.
Do we think that's fair?
If anyone wants to contribute an article or any thoughts of their opinions, they're more than welcome to as well. I'm not going to censor anyone's
That's
political
why he's the
views if
fucking
they send
editor.
me the
He's always
article.
thinking there.
He doesn't censor.
If someone wants to write an article saying...
Well, he does censor.
He does
if
censor.
it's terrible.
If it's shit.
Well,
That's not censoring as much as just sort of like helping us.
Well, it is. It's censoring shit people.
That's true. We'll censor
not shit people, shit articles.
We'll censor poo. No disrespect.
yes.
But
Poo needs to be censored almost above all.
you can DM the Hello Sport Herald on Instagram.
You can.
Yep.
You can email at Dior Dave if you've written an article.
Or email Dior@hellosport.com.au.
Sorry, email Dior@hellosport.com.au.
Get involved because Dior's looking for writers.
Yeah, we're looking for writers. Dior's looking for writers.
The Herald's looking for
The
writers.
Herald's looking for writers.
If you got an opinion, sporting or not, send them in.
Yeah.
Dior will run his eye over it and he'll see if you've got what it takes to make the big time, to play professionally.
See Napa signed for Catalans.
Did he?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about him when I was on the can just then. Funnily enough. Wondering where he was going to go. Sign with Catalans. That's fucking great. Good for him. Good for him, dude. Get over there and get that crumpet. He's still young as fuck.
Yeah, he's not old.
He'd be like 27, 28.
Yep.
Can you just check that?
He is 29.
29. Okay. There you go.
He'll tear it up.
Oh, sorry. We are watching the Redbacks getting fucking pumped by the Bulls.
We're just getting older, Tom.
I know we are getting older.
Which is why I know when you said like 27,
It's
26,
probably wrong.
you were. But I know where your head was at.
Yeah.
You still thought you were 29.
I thought I was 29.
But you're not. You're
I'm
32.
not. I'm 32. I'm 33 next year. My mate.
You are so close to 40. It's outrageous.
My mate, calm down with that. Calm down with that shit. Rugby World Cup hero Sam Carter, friend of the show. He loves to message me fucking 12:01 on the first day of the new year, January 1. And he messaged me and goes, fuck, dude, you're whatever age I'm turning in 2000. So I'm 34. So on January 1 at 12:01 a.m., he'll send me a message going, fuck, dude, you're 34 next year. And I'm like, can you fuck off with this shit, dude? I'm trying to ring in the new year with some positivity.
Does he do that all?
Yeah, every year. I'm like, you're also fucking 34 next year. Shut up. What are you doing, you asshole? But that's cool for Napa, man. Like, you go from the Bulldogs, cellar dweller poo bags of poo, over to the south of France, dude. Like, that's also just a great life experience. When you talk about all these clubs and like, oh, well, it's like a great life experience to be able to go over to Europe, play fucking professional footy and not be playing in the north of England. What a treat.
Well, only visiting there for a day.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Like, you have to visit there for
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah. And then you go back to the south of France, probably living with Mitchell Pearce and just,
Would they be buds?
Well, yeah, they played the Roosters together, won a comp.
That's true.
Oh, not a comp. Napa was Napa missed out on the 2013
Mitch
grand
wasn't
final.
there.
No, but they were in the 2013 grand final. Napa was playing in the finals or like something like that. But then Cordner came back from injury. Napa went to the reserves, like not on the bench, like as in fucking out of the side.
Would he have 2 rings?
No, I wouldn't have thought so, but I don't know how they dish out rings.
So he was in the setup in 2013.
He's 29.
Yeah.
He was young. Like he was early days. 1920.
8 years ago, 21.
Yeah. Not big on math, me. So just sort of guess. That's cool though, dude. That's cool, mate. I wonder when he's going. We could try jag him on here before he fucks off to bloody.
He's a yarner.
He's a yarner. You don't mind. Friend of the show.
Hogged up.
Hogged up. Dude, we celebrate big hogs here. We celebrate hogs, big or small. You just you don't see the small ones. You see the big ones.
Well, the small ones hide away. The big ones come out to play.
Big ones get fucking passed around.
They get passed around. They're head turners.
Yeah.
They're showstoppers.
Yeah.
They're mouthfuls.
Correct.
Hope that's helped.
Yeah.
Shout out to Naps. Hope he's well.
Wanted to say this quickly as well, Eddie. So we're obviously talking about the new merch, all this sort of shit. But a dude, we got fucking sent a bunch of like screenshots and videos from the Channel 9 show called The 100 with Andy Lee. Now, I must profess to have never seen a second of the show. That's no disrespect.
I also don't know what it means.
I don't know what
it's about.
No, that's what I mean.
I know it's called The 100.
That's what I know.
Andy Lee hosts it.
Yeah.
I know it may be like a Christmassy show.
No, I think that was just that one.
Right. So it's not a Christmas show.
Well, to be honest, I have no reason to fucking know that.
I just think I've got something.
It doesn't make sense to me to have a Christmas show
Something in my
year
brain
round.
is triggering Christmas.
Well, it was the Christmas special. I sat through the first 11 minutes to find it, and despite the fact Becky Lucas was on, who's very funny, I don't think I laughed once at the show.
What?
Becky Lucas is funny.
Who's funny?
Becky Lucas, she's a stand-up comedian.
Right. Is she on it?
Yes.
They have,
Well,
like,
I think
different
she's like they
guests,
have like
yeah.
different panels and shit.
What's
like.
the show about, Dave?
So it's basically like Andy will ask the 3 celebrities questions about and this was a Christmas one, so it was like, how many people. Well, the one that the dude answered was the question was like, how many people leave out presents for your garbo? And so they're like questions that you just like, how many people will do this? And then they've got 100 regular people, and then you have to guess the percentage of like how many people.
So the
make
talent
sense?
guessed the percentage of people who.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
out of those 100 people that
Right.
they're guessing.
And this dribbler who was in a P's and D's cap is a garbo, and they spoke to him about whether people leave him presents out.
Yeah. So like, there's lots of different people, and Andy will all of a sudden be like, oh, have we got a so and so, something related to the question? Can we pull him up? And so because the question was about, do you leave gifts for your garbos? They were like, have we got a garbage man? And this guy came up.
Right.
And what did he say?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think without disrespecting him, who gives a shit. It was more that he was wearing his punters and dribblers hat while in the fucking truck.
But you just had me interested. For a
No,
sec,
I
that
get
was
you.
all.
Now, we got sent the photo. We put it up on the Instagram. We were like, who is this dribbler? We want to give him some free shit, which we will. We'll be giving him he'll be getting a summer tan cap. He'll be getting a dribbler.
He'll be getting the works.
He'll be getting the works. But his name, Eddie, is Bin Lord. And I'm just like, dude, couldn't have a better name. I couldn't like this guy more than I already do. This dude, Bin Lord, I want to know more about him. I want to know what he's about. Where's he work? What's his routes?
Has he got a good route, got a bad route?
Even like Garbo war stories. What's some of the craziest shit you've seen in a bin?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. There'll be stories, bro.
Fucking oath there would.
And no better way to tell a story draped draped in fucking
head to toe in HSP.
That's exactly right. You know what I mean? Bounced out trackies, summer tan, maybe take the bounced out trackies off. It's a hot day, put the last dribble on. I mean, you can play it however you want to do it. You can slice it and dice it, whatever way works.
You do you.
But the bin lord will be draped head to toe. Why?
Unperishable.
Because we're feeling Like fucking spreading a bit of Christmas cheer. That's why.
That's why. And because Bin Lord is a fantastic name. So shout out to Binny, the official Garbo of the podcast now. Got to say that.
He's official.
He's the official Garbo of the podcast.
He is. We're building a fucking nice selection of operators, aren't we, Tom?
Yeah, we are.
Really nice selection. Where are we at?
Generally,
physically,
mentally,
emotionally.
Look, how long have we been going for, Dave, minus the pooing?
Probably about an hour 15.
That's pretty rock solid.
Pretty nice, isn't it?
We've got that story Eddie sent me. Which I reckon's
which
pretty
we will get to
interesting.
in just a minute. Or we'll get to that one first, and then we'll get to the remind us at the end around the Hello Sport bingo.
Yeah.
But what's this story that Eddie? What is the story, Eddie? What is it, mate?
Dave's going to get it up for us.
Yeah. So I've got it here. So basically, 8 mile long, like rock formation that ancient tribes have painted on was kind of revealed. They've been studying it since 2016. This is in Colombia, and it depicts all this crazy stuff like humans living among like ice age animals.
Is this called like? There's like a name for it. That's like it's like the Sistine Chapel of the
Dude,
fucking.
have a look at this.
Yeah, dude, I've seen this. They called like the Sistine Chapel, the ancients or some shit.
8 mile Freze.
Well,
8 miles of prehistoric paintings is discovered in remote Amazonia, and it showcases animals that are long gone by now.
So it says they were made probably between 11,800 and 12,600 years ago.
crazy.
And it was just after the last ice age where some of the like what they call megafauna, like big motherfucking animals, were still around. And because this is where the Amazon is now, it was as the Amazon was kind of thawing out, it was like big savanna plains, and it was starting to develop this jungle and these flora.
So it wasn't the Amazon then as we know it. Right. It is today. It was a completely different landscape. Have a look at the nick those paintings are in.
Yeah, they
That
are,
could
aren't
have been
they?
painted yesterday. Look at that. That is unbelievable.
And that's just a rock wall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
they
rock
said
face.
and it's high up as well. They said like it's too high up for humans to reach. They would have to have constructed some sort of ladder or something to get up there.
Do you think it's funny how, and this might sound like I'm taking it in the wrong direction here, but like, and I'm not good at drawing, but how the ability to draw has obviously improved over time? Because these drawings, with the greatest respect, aren't exactly fucking, award winning. They are but do you understand where I'm coming from? Like the ability to see and to draw and to recreate.
Yeah, but these guys were also working with like a bit of fucking red dirt on an end of a stick instead of like a nice, finely made paintbrush.
Of course. I'm just trying to
There's
work
levels
out.
to
I
this
guess
shit.
what I'm asking is, it's more of a question. Was this the height of art in the time? Like, or is this like is this the equivalent of just sort of like, documenting stories and what was going on? Were there people who could fucking draw crazy shit? Like,
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I understand.
I'm not.
completely.
It's not trying to be disparaging. I'm trying to just work it out.
Is this more of a documentation, sort of like
Yeah.
writing it down?
Yes,
Because you've seen my handwriting.
it's atrocious.
It's appalling.
If anyone was to come and look back at that, they'd be like, "Is this art?"
But also, let me take you down this route, Tom. Very few people I know can draw.
I'd
Very
love to be
few.
able to draw. I can't draw for
Very
shit.
few. I tell you a fun game that we play, punters and dribblers, every now and then. If you're having a bit of a fucking dinner party, you get out some pieces of paper, couple of pencils, couple of pens, whatever you want to use, and go, fuck, you got 2 minutes to draw a house or a dog. When someone asks you to draw one, you immediately are taken back to your childhood. Most people think of when they draw a house as square, the windows, the sun in the corner, the triangle roof, that sort of shit. Then you're like, holy fuck, I can't draw that because I look like an idiot. I'm a 30-year-old man. I can't be drawing that sort of house. Now, okay, I'm going to try and toss it up a bit, but holy shit, I can't toss it up.
What sort of house are you thinking of drawing? Like an apartment complex?
You know the ones that everyone drew like this?
No, I'm saying that's all I would draw.
But that's what I'm saying. That was what you drew when you were 5. You're at a dinner party with fucking other adults. You're like, I can't fucking draw that. I'm going to look ridiculous. But what's funny about it is everyone else is thinking the same thing. Then you get in your own head and you're like, holy shit, what now? Now I've got to try and draw something with a bit of depth, maybe 3D, maybe some angles.
Okay, like maybe I'm putting this thing on some stilts or some shit, like
Maybe
some stairs leading up into it.
I'm going to try and, be an
make the single
adult
good-
about
yeah,
how
right.
I approach this drawing. And then when you start doing it, you realize, holy shit, I'm not capable of going 3D with my home.
No, it's just going to be geometric shapes.
It's got to be 2D. It's got to be a square. It's got to be rectangle. It's got to be triangle. It's got to be flat. I can't do 3D. Now I'm running out of time. Now I'm all at sea. Now I haven't even got something I can show the group.
So you just revert back to the square, the triangle, circle.
What I'm trying to
window.
say is it's a fucking great game to play.
To play.
Because it reminds you immediately of how awful you are at drawing because you never do it.
And that's possibly where this
So
is.
when I see this, I go, you know what? That's pretty fucking good.
It's as good as, it's better than actually I could draw.
It's way better than you could draw.
Yeah.
The fact that they could like recognize the animals 12,000 years later, I reckon means they did a pretty good job.
I think that's
Fair
pretty
point.
good.
Fair point. All fair points. I guess my thing more was like, is there better than this from these times? Like, is there? Do you know what I mean? Like, you never see like somebody like. Holy
You're trying to
shit.
say, was there someone that stood out from the pack?
Yeah.
Much like we have standout drawers now.
Yes,
I think so.
probably. But this is amazing shit, and it's 8 miles long. Wouldn't you love to go to the Amazon? Like I wouldn't, but
I'd
would
love
like
to go to the Amazon with like a guide who could show me this sort of shit.
Well, yeah, bro. I'm not going by myself.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, I'm not just going to just dump me in the Amazon and see how I go. But I also hate bugs and shit.
Yeah. The
So that's
mosquitoes
only
there are
problem.
fucking nightmarish.
And I don't mean hate like scared. I just mean like, although I probably would be terrified of some of the
Annoyed.
shit there, but like
You
just
mean annoyed?
just buzzing.
You want to go to the Amazon but retain your creature comforts.
Correct. Glamping in the Amazon.
You want to glamp in the Amazon. So maybe have one of those like, what the fuck is that?
What is that? That's not
Googled
real.
scariest animals in Amazon.
Dude,
there are,
look
like,
at that
millipedes that are
centipede,
fucking
bro.
That doesn't look real either.
There-
Go to
these
that.
are real.
Go to it. That's not real. That's a rendered video.
Oh, no, mate. Longest millipede in the world.
What's the fucking mouth on that thing? That was like a whale pig.
Yuck.
33 centimeters. And
That's
it's almost a 3-inch circumference.
That's what I was about to ask. Girth on those things is what's interesting.
I don't know if I'd cope well if
No.
I had a 30 centimeter fucking centipede on
What's
me.
that thing, Dave? That's not real.
It looks like a taper. Is that what they're called?
I feel like
Cuz that ain't real.
that ain't real. That's not real.
That's not real. That's like a whale's mouth on a fucking elephant.
Yeah, you can't be hoodwinked by the internet, bro.
Nah, dude, that's bullshit.
That's some
That
bullshit.
is.
That's some bullshit.
Is that an anaconda? Fuck me, dude. That's crazy.
Oh
See,
my
like,
god.
is that real? That's not real either.
That's not
Nah,
real.
that's not real.
Can we go to some anacondas though?
Go to longest anaconda.
Biggest
Amazon.
anaconda. Because longest is, I guess.
Look at the one there.
No, go back.
Go back to the fucking one getting picked up by the machine.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
There. Is that real?
Yeah, that is real.
Top one.
That one's real.
Holy shit.
That's what's horrible when you see deforestation and shit, and you see these big, these absolute gigantic animals living in there, and they're just like,
Terrifying 33-foot anaconda discovered lurking in caves near dam construction site in Brazil. You can fuck that
yeah,
right off.
Yeah. Imagine obviously logging and shit. Oh, what's that? There's no way that one. To the left?
Nah,
Up?
surely not. No ways.
No,
No,
that's not
that's
real.
It says
Bullshit.
found on Earth.
Yeah, you're right. You're not standing
Good
there.
find.
What about then back to the down? That one. Up. That's bullshit. Oh, it has fake literally written on it.
This one, yeah.
Mate.
Anacondas are terrifying, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Terrifying.
Imagine getting eaten by an anaconda.
I think I'd be more. Are you more scared of an anaconda than a shark? I think so, because they're on land, right?
Yeah.
There's something about getting constricted by a snake, knowing that
And then watching it just like look at you and then
no,
just
you'd
be
be
like,
dead. I think.
well,
Oh,
you would before when it's
That
comes.
makes me feel ill.
Yeah, but like they're looking at you while they're constricting you, and then
Yeah.
so you're like looking into its eyes, being like, I'm terrified. I'm getting
mate.
squeezed to death.
Oh mate. Nah. You can fuck that right off.
Yeah.
Anacondas, no good.
But amazing. Like you don't want to lose them as animals, right? The world is an amazing place, and they should exist.
I'm not in camp. Get rid of anaconda.
No.
I'm in camp. Stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Jeez. So imagine these dudes who made these paintings were living alongside fuck off huge animals on land. Like these
Mastodons. Where were mastodons native to?
Well, apparently Colombia.
They're big, but they're like, are they much bigger than an elephant? And again, I'm just saying, like, this ain't that. They're crazy interesting.
Well, I think what's
woolly
cool
mammoths and
about
shit,
it is
like.
there's this mastodon living in fucking Colombia, modern day.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. But just these megafauna, like that's just that's an elephant with like a woolly mammoth. That's cool. But I like those ones where it's like you see those fucking ones like in Australia.
Woolly mammoths there on the left.
They're like wombats that were the size of cars.
Yeah, well, there were giant sloths as well that they also lived amongst.
Are you serious?
That's not legit, is it?
Well, these aren't real photos, obviously.
They're giving you an idea of scale, Tom.
Dude, I wonder if they would have been friendly, those big fuckers. Like sloths just eat grass and leaves and shit, don't they?
Ground sloths are a diverse group of extinct sloths in mammalian superorder, blah, blah, blah. The term is used for extinct sloths because of the large size of the earliest forms discovered. They're massive punters and dribblers. Look up fucking giant sloths.
Because we won't be putting it in the shot for you.
3 meters long and
9
up to
feet.
4,000 kilograms. Okay.
But I just wonder whether they'd be like friendly. Because there'd be some of these things that you could maybe not domesticate. But if you're like, sloths are just slow, fucking unaggressive little.
But you're talking about the tree sloth.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether the giant sloth.
Yep. Has some of the lazy qualities.
Because some of the biggest animals on Earth are vegetarian.
Yeah, it says in this article that like
probably
most
was
of these were herbivores and they were actually hunted by the people.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it, right? They would have been hunted for sure. Just these big, dumb, slow animals that
Imagine
just
that.
don't try and attack you. Gorillas?
Humans hunted giant sloths.
Yeah,
Wig out.
yeah.
Wig
But like
out.
gorillas, biggest, strongest, most powerful motherfuckers on the land, almost.
Giant sloths were literally hunted to extinction.
What? That's not surprising, is it?
No, it's not surprising. That's not surprising. That's not surprising at all.
It's like a big, slow, non-threatening bit of food.
With
that would
nice
have been good
woolly
tucker
fur.
too. You go
Yeah.
all day on a giant sloth.
It'd be fucking lovely hooking into a nice big sloth burger.
Is that us?
Yes, before we go, the bingo that Dave's been fucking, that was created yesterday as it
By
was
Liam Brennan. Shout out to
Liam
him.
Brennan. Shout out to Liam Brennan. I think it was an idea on the Punters and Dribblers page. He turned it into the bingo. Oh, we got pretty close. What did we get there, Dave?
So we had 2 would just say this, which I think one was can I just say this?
Yeah.
We had a rain bender early on. We had one of the greatest shirts of all time. we kicked off with psoriasis, so that was easy.
Yeah.
With the greatest respect, I can't remember when that was put in. Oh, maybe to Dubai. I think we were doing greatest. But
Eyes up footy we had as well.
Well, it was tough because today wasn't much of a sports podcast. So a lot of
But
these
we had
stuff-
eyes up footy.
I said eyes up.
He said
footy.
eyes up footy. Dave, we called you Antifa.
Oh, that's true. I was distracted.
Did we have anything else? I've always said that. I don't remember that.
We had something similar to how did we get here?
How did we get here? I
Yeah,
said
we
that.
had that.
Something similar, yeah.
So we didn't say Manly 13 plus. Otherwise, we're home.
Well, now we got it. Bingo.
Bang.
Bingo.
Look at that. We'll fuck you up, short ball, big ute. Fucking big ute. Come on, reach out.
Big youth.
You can't fucking go a Ricky Ponting into a Tommy Turbo, into a Christian Welsh, into fucking tippy top of the podcast heat without big ute. Like, what
Big
are we
ute,
doing?
reach out. Big ute, reach out.
Anyway, Liam also did the Dribbler Combine. He also did the Hello Sport University fucking course guide. He also, what kicked him off was the West Tigers DMC table.
The West Tigers one?
Well, the DMC
no, the
table.
DMC table. Had a punt.
Yeah.
Yep. There's been calls.
There's been calls. There's been a serious amount of contribution here.
There's been calls.
There's been calls. And off the back of some of his contributions like this, like Hello Sport University, of which there is going to be more to be said on that.
I'd say this on Hello Sport University. This is all I'd say. You will be able to enroll. Not yet,
Not yet.
but we will be taking enrolments for our very own university, Hello Sport University.
Mate,
That's all we can say.
all we can say is that universities these days, the university system has gone into the toilet, and we're here to
The university system is a fucking disgrace.
Yep.
Unless you're studying to be a lawyer or a doctor, they're not catering to the people anymore.
No, not what you need, and basically everything you learn is obsolete by the time you leave. Well, that's
You
what
leave with nothing.
We're looking at change.
We're planning on providing something more practical to the punter and the
exactly. A
dribbler.
practical and realistic alternative. But I think what we are trying to say is
In a roundabout way,
that we feel like Liam
Brennan, of going the big lift for the punter and the dribbler fame, maybe is...
in the 11. Welcome, you're in the Hello Sport 11. Baggy Green.
Well done, Liam!
Well done, Liam.
And that's how it's done, punters and dribblers. That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
You got to give back.
Consistently.
You got to give back to the community. Simple
Yeah.
as that. You got to go the big lift.
Yeah.
And we'll recognise it and we'll honour it appropriately. Liam did that for nothing.
Yeah.
He did that for the good of the punter and the dribbler, and that's why he's getting awarded with membership to the Hello Sport.
There's one other punter and dribbler who is very close, and I almost don't know whether it's worth mentioning or whether you just bring him in at the same time. I know that we haven't spoken about this, but
No, we're gonna have to.
if I just say it, and you'll know immediately whether you think it's realistic or not, but I think someone who I've been thinking about for a while, who I think deserves it for. Like, what Liam's done is fantastic. This motherfucker has been delivering week in, week out for an extended amount of time. Like, he's been in hard yards, hard yakka. The kicking tee dribbler.
So you're not in.
He's not in. And that to me seems like, I don't think that, it doesn't sit right with me. He hasn't done something just like this week. His has just been over a long period of
I
time.
thought he was in.
I know you did. And that you could be forgiven for thinking that because he's so fucking prolific. But I do feel like a double induction. I mean, you know, Tim Payne and fucking Steve Smith were picked on the same day.
They were Lords, I believe. It happens.
It does happen.
Rarely. We haven't handed one out for a while.
We haven't, apart from Ricky the other day, but that's a different story.
Well, Ricky was always earmarked for greatness.
He was always earmarked for greatness. But I think there is a really strong case to be made, and I'm making it.
I'm hearing it.
That we're inducting Liam Brennan of fucking DMC punting table dribbler fame and all this other shit, and the kicking tee dribbler of needs no introduction fame.
I'm happy with it.
Kicking tee, you got a Baggy Green, brother. K2D. Yeah. Now,
Well done.
well done, boys. Let you both know that Ricky Ponting's Baggy Green that he received was the last one we had on our person. The next batch are being sheared from the backs of merino wool sheep and sewn by the descendants of Don Bradman as we speak.
That's the process. It can be not lengthy, but it takes a little bit of time because it needs to be done right.
Yeah.
The merinos are hand selected by Tom and I of the highest quality.
Yep.
The wool then shipped to the descendants of the Don,
They get to
woven
sew
into the Hello Sport Baggy Green 11 cap that you know and love.
with the original logo.
With the original, well, it's
Baggy
as
Green
is.
logo,
It's
yeah,
original.
yeah.
It's the Baggy Green logo with the gold trim.
Gold trim and the snorting, growling, howling, prowling
That's right.
motto on the back.
That's exactly right. It'll be sent back to us, and it'll be sent out to you. Welcome to the 11. Well done.
Welcome, boys.
Congratulations. But know this. You now have a greater responsibility than ever to continue to deliver for the punter.
Because there are some, and it's not like you...
I'm not pointing.
No, but there are some that were...
Once they get it, they chill.
They just chill. They just coast. And I understand.
Do Tom and I coast?
No, we don't.
Do Tom and I coast?
We don't coast.
No, we don't coast.
We keep pushing. And the reason that you're selected is because you bring value to the community. If you stop bringing value to the community, then what fucking good are you? What's the point? You got to keep ripping. You got to keep tearing.
It's your responsibility to do so.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't taken a Baggy Green back yet.
Especially because we don't know where some of these people live. So it's difficult.
But
if we could, we might.
if we could, we might.
There's
That's what we're
certainly a
saying.
couple-
If we
there's a
could, we
couple.
might. If we could, we might. So treat it with respect because the Baggy Green will respect you if you respect it.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Well done, boys. Congratulations. See you cunts next week. Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?